Howdy howdy, Jolly Green here, your #1 guide to enjoying your thru hike. Today, I'm going to be talking about the only 5 spice blends that you need to be bringing with you along your Appalachian Trail journey. As a 5-star chef turned successful thru hiker, I can tell you I was eating better than almost anyone along the Appalachian Trail, and it turns out it's very easy to flavor your dehydrated mush with just a little bit of extra work, and it really brings out the flavor. And with these 5 spice blends, I can guarantee that you're going to be able to keep yourself well motivated to eat, because we all know that malnutrition is a huge problem while you're doing any long distance hike. You're going to be burning a lot of calories, and you need to make sure you eat. So, we might as well enjoy it. So, on to our first spice blend, which is, of course, salt and pepper. These are our classics, and honestly, they're on every table for a reason. Our bodies desperately need salt for survival. The sodium in salt is fundamentally important for our brains to fire on their neural pathways, and that is part of why our bodies crave it so much. So, whenever you're adding salt to anything, that's what brings out the flavors, because our brains crave salt so much. And it's going to be in almost all of your electrolyte packets and everything else that you're doing to keep yourself hydrated. It might sound counterintuitive, but salt is a great way of keeping yourself hydrated and making your food more flavorful. Whereas pepper is a classic because it's cheap and maintains its flavor, and it has a nice chemical in it called pepperine. Pepperine is useful for still getting that spicy flavor without overwhelming your tongue. It gives all of your food a deeper, more earthy flavor that is good for all of your savory dishes. On to spice number 2, garlic powder and onion powder. These two are the classic staples of whenever you're in a meal and cooking it. Gives that nice aromatic smell that says, this is gonna be good.
Nice.
And that's because they are lightweight, cheap, and give a nice, sweet, savory, more earthy aroma. Really helps the umami flavor. So both of these are perfect for thru hikers to help elevate any kind of dish. So between salt, pepper, garlic powder, and onion powder, that is going to be the baseline of what you need for almost any dish. If you don't listen to anything else for the rest of this video, those are the only ones that you really need. But as we get into the rest of it, I'm going to start going through some of the more creative spice blends that I brought to make my Appalachian Trail journey more of an experience of food rather than trudging through it. As for number 3, you've probably seen this in the store, and if you don't have it in your kitchen, I highly recommend it. It's, of course, Italian seasoning. And this is really just a spice blend of all of your green herbs. This is going to be your parsley, your thyme, your marjoram, your rosemary, your oregano, all of those nice green leafy things that you want to add to a meal. Having it all in one big spice blend will really help add that more herby flavor that you're going to be looking for. On to number 4, we have curry powder. This is going to be our more unique option, and probably going to be the easiest one to leave behind if you're worried about space, but this is where we start to get more unique flavors. I would highly recommend keeping this one on hand whenever you're looking for a change of pace. These are going to be entirely different spices that include things like turmeric and mustard. This is really going to help enhance your international meals when Italian spice just doesn't do it anymore. That's when you want to break out curry powder. And, bonus tip, turmeric is really good for your joints. And while you're hiking, you're going to be using your joints a lot. On to our last one. This is going to be one of the most controversial ones, but it's going to be cayenne powder, or things like crushed red pepper. What you really want is a little chemical called capsaicin. Capsaicin is what makes food spicy, but it has a special little trick where it also activates your salivary glands and makes it so you can taste things more fully. So that's why a lot of recipes will have things like 1/8 of a teaspoon of cayenne, even if it's not a spicy recipe, is because even just a small bit of capsaicin can bring out the flavor in anything that you're having. But that's just the opinions of a 5-star chef and a successful thru hiker. Brag, brag. But I also want to know, what are some of the ingredients that you bring whenever you're hiking? And how do you make your meals on trail that much more flavorful? I want to hear from you down in the comments below. And if you're really interested in the importance of eating food, then you should check out this video over here or over here. I still don't know. On the advantages of being a fat thru hiker and how malnutrition is one of the biggest threats that I saw to people on the Appalachian Trail. I also want to know, trying out my brand new green screen inside. Perhaps Jarek put something really embarrassing right behind me. Probably something of me doing something silly or my head exploding. I don't know. It's up to him. But I'm sure he's going to have a lot of fun with it. And let me know what you all think of the green screen. I love you all. Mwah.